It's been a while since we last talked, but man, it's also been a while since you've been on Winter Jam, man. It's been a minute, man. How does it feel to be back?
Oh man, it's awesome. It's been 10 years. This is my 10-year anniversary doing Are you in Seinfeld's apartment right now?
I am actually, yes. It's I'm not I don't like the background of where I'm at, so I
Oh, that's
improvise.
cool. Dude, I watch Seinfeld all the time, so I was
Me
like
too.
right away I saw that
Yes.
backdrop. I was like, I know where he is. That's
My my
crazy.
wife and I are on our third time watching it all the way through. I grew up on it.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
We
no,
it was
10 years
the
ago.
mannequin episode last night, the Elaine mannequin twin episode last night.
Yeah, where she steals it from the store.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
classic. I was
Yes.
watching the Del Boca Vista part one, the Cadillac episode yesterday. That's pretty crazy,
Such a classic show.
but yeah, I did Winter Jam 10 years ago. So this is my 10-year anniversary, and it definitely feels like a homecoming. It's a really special tour.
Yeah.
The only thing that's crazy about it is it's true to its name, winter. Like we go to all the cold places in the except for maybe Fargo, North Dakota, but we are
Yeah.
feeling the chill of winter every city we travel to. So trying to stay warm, and the crowd's warm reception really helps us in that. But we're having a great time out here.
Yeah, I mean it's especially with the almost week-long break you had from ice and snow and weather, man.
Yeah.
But you had a couple days off. You're in Peoria tonight, I think, and then Nashville tomorrow. Man, it's there's no tour like Winter Jam, but
Yeah.
you've got a new single out right now, and I would
Yeah.
hope you're playing good live because it's lyrically it's just really is the perfect lyrical representation of what the Christian faith is really all about. And it really summarizes it in such a really powerful way. I
Thank you.
absolutely love it. I've listened to it three times today already.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Tell me
thank you.
tell me about the song. Are you playing? I hope you're playing it on the tour.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the one new song that I introduced during our show every night. At this point in my career, I've been so fortunate to have so many songs that have been on the radio or that people who listen to my music know. And so it's always a really tough process to pick which songs I'm going to perform on a tour like Winter Jam, because Winter Jam's a little bit more like, every artist is doing kind of their Super Bowl halftime show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Except mine's in all English, but just kidding. Um, but uh, but yeah, so we're playing the brand new song, and this song is really about kind of my lifelong journey of still trying to understand just the incredible promise of God's grace, and how often we get it twisted into thinking that it's about our performance. It's up to
Mhm.
us to be a good enough Christian in order to be good enough for the gift of grace. And then in doing that, and that flawed way of thinking, we lose the gift in the gift of grace. And I think that's just one of the challenges for any person who either you've been a Christian for a long time, or you're thinking about becoming a Christian or a new Christian. No matter where you are in your journey, that can be a continual struggle that keeps you from the closeness to God that He desires to have with you. Because it's like, well, I don't think I deserve to be that close to God. And this song's really about just learning how to rest and receive the gift of God's grace, knowing that you're going to have some good days, you're going to have some bad days, but God's grace covers all.
Yeah, it's so good. I'll be at the Fort Wayne show in March. I'm really looking forward to seeing that one live
Awesome.
because
Yeah.
I cannot wait. What was it like starting to podcast up? Because seeing you live probably five or six times,
Hmm.
you have such a fun personality. You're hilarious, man.
Oh,
I
thanks.
feel like your sense of humor is really underrated, man. And so have you crack me up a lot. Your jokes, and I'm a dad too, so that might be part of it. But
I always tell people that, like, oh, yeah, you saying I got dad humor? Is that what it is? That's probably
sometimes,
it. Yeah.
sometimes a little bit.
Uh, no, guilty for sure. I always tell people, like, when they say I'm funny, I'm like, I think I'm just funny to you because you didn't come to my show expecting me to
Mhm.
be funny. But if I was at a comedy club and you came thinking I was a comedian. Like, in fact, one time years ago, I was booked in Indiana at Notre Dame University,
Okay.
or University of Notre Dame. And I was this was before I got a record deal or had any songs on the radio. And I remember I was setting up in this theater, and the student planning board that had booked me to come in for a concert, they were helping me set up, and they're like, "Oh, everybody's so excited for your show." I'm like, "Oh, that's great." They're like, "Yeah, it's actually sold out." And I was like, "Sold out?" And because at that time, like, man, I was lucky to have like 20 college students show up to my show, right? So that was
Right.
a little like surprising. I'm like, "It's sold out?" And they're like, "Yeah, everybody's really pumped." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And they're like, "So what kind of comedian are you? What kind of comedy do you do?" And I was like,
Oh no.
I said, "What? What do you mean?" As I'm setting my guitar up on stage, they're asking me what kind of comedian I am, and I was like, "I don't understand what you're asking me." And they're like, "Well, you're a comedian, right? That's how we promoted you. That's the show. So we always sell out our shows when it's a comedian." And I was like, "Oh my
Oh
gosh!"
no.
And that's when it hit me, like 30 minutes before and it's me instead, and I got to get up there, so I'm just racking my brain trying to think of any funny joke I have. And somehow we pulled it off, and the night went okay, and I mixed in music with some jokes, uh, but I am no comedian, I'll tell you that right now. But I do love to have fun, and the podcast has been a great part of just extending the conversation beyond the stage. I do interviews like this most of the time where people are asking me questions about my life, and listen, I don't think I'm that interesting. I get bored with myself, but I love talking to other people and hearing their stories. And so that's why I started the Matthew West podcast, just the idea of like telling stories and giving other people a platform to share what God's doing in their life.
What I've talked to a couple artists already this year. Talked to Russ from New Song, Kevin from Disciple, got Emerson up here later today. I'm excited about seeing her live. But for
Yeah,
somebody who's
she's
done,
great.
yeah, everybody is raving about her set. I'm excited, man. But I mean, co-headlining with Chris Tomlin, you're doing some meet and greets with Chris as well. What is it like this year for Winter Jam? What stands out this year? Are there any of the newer artists for you that are like, you got to go see this one? And then just in general, this time around, man, how does it feel? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
There you
I
are.
got you.
There you
Yeah.
are. There you are. What is it like co-headlining with Chris?
Yeah.
Seeing some of
Yeah.
these newer artists this year, man, because some of these newer artists are on fire right now. What is this year like compared to previous years for you?
Well, that's one of the cool things about Winter Jam is there's so many different artists, and like I swear every different style of music is covered, man. It's like,
Yeah.
so whatever it is that you like, and nowadays I feel like the Winter Jam lineup really kind of emulates what people's music listening patterns are. Like, if most people like me, like I listen to all kinds of music. My daughters listen to all kinds of music, and so it's impossible to get bored at Winter Jam because you've got Disciple absolutely crushing it every night. You've got Hovey out there, and he's so awesome. And like, I mean, that may not be like, you might not think, oh, I like rap music or whatever, but like it just the lineup is just stacked with all different styles of music. And then of course, some veterans like me and Chris. But I've respected and looked up to Chris for a long time, and of course, like his music, his set list is like every song was like one of the biggest worship songs of a period
Ever.
of during a period of time. Yeah, and it's just like, so it's a one huge sing along. So there's really not a weak spot in the night. Like all the artists you already mentioned, and then of course like New Song, which is just, they started this festival, this fair, this tour. So it's a great night from top to bottom.
Yeah, it really is like an all-star lineup, man. And what is it like? I guess one thing I think is really cool is you and Chris are doing meet and greets together right now on this tour. What has that
Yeah.
experience been like?
Well, it's just fun to have people, the meet and greet part is so much fun because people come up and we get a couple minutes to hear a little bit more of their story or maybe about a certain song that has impacted them or something they've gone through or are going through and how they're finding encouragement through the music. And I think it's just a great reminder for both me and Chris to see, and Katie, Nicole, of course, just just watching. I get like when I get to stand up there and somebody comes up to Chris and says, "Hey, I want you to know how Holy Forever has impacted my life," or they go up to Katie and say, "In Jesus' name has been, my anthem through my illness," and things like that. It's just so cool. It just reminds us like we're all on this same team and we're all partnering together, on a same mission of telling people that hope can be found and hope has a name. So it's pretty special.
Yeah, man, I'm really every year I'm like, man, Winter Jam, it's good every year, but it's exhausting as a photographer. Like it's so just nonstop. But every year they announce the lineup, I'm like, going to Winter Jam again. Um, and
Yeah, man.
when I saw that you were on it this year, and then Disciple, and then Emerson is blowing up my Pandora with Devil Get Behind Me, and
Yeah.
then I'm just like, I have to check out Winter Jam again this year. And thank God
Yeah.
I'm going to the Fort Wayne one at the end of March when it starts to warm up because you're right.
Yeah.
This is the key word winter. It's
Yeah.
brutal,
Yeah.
man. Um,
Absolutely.
but dude, thank you so much for taking time today to do this with me, man.
Absolutely,
I
man.
cannot wait, man. Good luck on the show tonight and the next string of the string of shows you're about to hit, dude.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much. Thanks
much.
for the support. Thanks for getting the word out. Hope everybody will come and join us
Oh
in
yeah.
Fort Wayne. It's going to be an awesome, awesome night, and we'll be ready for some warmer weather. So maybe Fort Wayne will
Yes.
bring it to us. I never think of warm weather when I think of Fort Wayne, but it's
Nope.
all good. We're gonna have a great time, and God bless you, man. Great to talk to you today.